$18. I should get that.
All right. I don't have a bell, so I'll just clap here. Welcome to Rotary. I am your president-elect and host today, Stephen Brown. We have a great program today. We actually had a last-minute cancel. Adolfo wasn't feeling well, so I'm guessing he stayed up late watching the basketball games. But we could only get one person, and unfortunately that person was Alex. So I appreciate you doing that, Alex. But I want to thank all of our greeters today. Of course, our programs, Mike Zwick, Jim Gundel, and Alex for our website and YouTube. And of course, Beth Cusack for our book dedication. Also, I'd like to welcome any of our guests that we have on. If you are a guest, feel free to stop in and say hello right now. All right. Yeah, other than that, like I said, it's going to be a short meeting today. So our president, Mike, is in Vegas right now betting on some games. So that's why I'm covering today. But on average, Zoom, we have about 37. YouTube, we have about 13. So not too bad. So we'll go ahead and go to Sergeant at Arms, Brandon.
Dave Fleming.
Right, today David Fleming is back. That's all right, Mr. President-elect. That's all right.
Brandon, you look great.
He does look great, and he did a good job last week while I was traveling back from Florida. So today I have some numbers, kind of similar to the numbers that Brandon provided last week. 29.7 million cases in the United States to date, 539,000 deaths. 2.5 million folks have received their first dose of the vaccine, and 1.5 million are fully vaccinated. Numbers, $7.8 trillion. That's the rise in the national debt in the last 4 years. Amounts to $23,500 per person in the United States, the third highest increase in the national debt in American history. 1.9 trillion stimulus bill approved by narrow margins in U.S. House and Senate. Payments should begin this next week. President Biden's name will not appear on the checks. He says it's not about me. 2,300 National Guard troops that will remain at the U.S. Capitol for 2 months. The number of President Biden's dogs that are in the doghouse for having bitten a security officer. And 53 to 52, the number of points that represent Drake University's win yesterday over Wichita State. UCLA beat Michigan State 86-80. Today, Ohio State plays Oral Roberts at 3 p.m. And some other items. It was indeed a successful presidential transition because President Biden has decided to keep Donald Trump's Diet Coke button on the Resolute desk and use it for other purposes, perhaps to summon orange Gatorade. Trump liked to push the button and tell guests it launched a nuclear strike, and then a butler would bring in a fresh Diet Coke on a silver platter. Oklahoma lawmaker Justin Humphrey proposed creating a Bigfoot hunting season as a revenue creator, complete with permits, fees, and a $25,000 reward for anyone who manages to trap a live Bigfoot. That'd be good for the area around the township of Beavercreek Township, was to have a Beavercreek Bigfoot search. Creative legal defenses. Houston police officer Tam Din Pham was charged with participating in the deadly January 6th storming of the U.S. Capitol, and he claimed that he entered the building to, quote, take pictures of historical art. Not a very good legal defense, but it's certainly a creative one. A middle-aged woman in Mexico stabbed her husband after finding photos of him having sex with a younger woman on his cell phone. The images ended up actually photos of the husband and his wife from decades ago that he uploaded. So she was looking at pictures of herself and stabbed him in error. Or maybe not in error, maybe she had another good reason to stab him. Oklahoma is trying to return its $2 million purchase of hydroxychloroquine and get a refund from the manufacturer. Governor Kevin Stitt ordered the purchase of the malaria drug in April when President Trump was touting it as a miracle treatment for COVID-19. Studies have since found the drug is totally useless in treating COVID. Stitt's spokeswoman said he made the purchase with the health and lives of Oklahomans in mind. Congratulations, Governor Stitt, and good luck trying to get a $2 million refund. Elon Musk announced that scientists at his Neuralink startup have successfully given a monkey a wireless brain implant that lets it play video games by the sheer power of thought. He looks totally happy, said Musk. And 6 people in Hollywood have been arrested for altering the iconic Hollywood sign above Los Angeles to read Hollyboob. The group claims to have been raising awareness of breast cancer, but as Police Captain Steve Lurie puts it, that was way uncool. So there were some things that happened. Let me find, always have to click back to a new tab. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Are you guys still there? You're still there. What have I done? What have I done?
Woodham Celia, FaceTime video.
Whoops, excuse me, my phone was on. Okay, so here's some things about St. Patty's Day, St. Patrick's Day. Patty is an Irishman. Irishman was driving down the street in a sweat because he had an important meeting, couldn't find a parking place. Looking up to heaven, he said, Lord, take pity on me. If you find me a parking place, I will go to Mass every Sunday for the rest of my life and give up me Irish whiskey. Miraculously, a parking place appeared. Patty looked up again and said, never mind, I found one. Father Murphy walked into a pub in Donegal. He asked the first man he met, do you want to go to heaven? The man said, I do, Father. The priest then said, stand over there against the wall. Then the priest asked the second man, do you want to go to heaven? Certainly, Father, the man replied. Then stand over there against the wall, said the priest. Then Father Murphy walked up to O'Toole and asked, do you want to go to heaven? O'Toole said, no, I don't, Father. The priest said, I don't believe this. You mean to tell me that when you die, you don't want to go to heaven? O'Toole said, oh, yeah, when I die, yes. I thought you were getting a group together to go right now. Patty was in New York City patiently waiting and watching the traffic cop at a busy street crossing. The cop stopped the flow of traffic and shouted, okay, pedestrians. Then he'd allow the traffic to cross. He'd done this several times, and Patty still stood on the sidewalk. After the cop had shouted pedestrians for the 10th time, Patty went over to him and said, is it not about time you let the Catholics across instead of the pedestrians? Yeah, okay. All right. So let's go to birthdays. There were just a couple of birthdays. Yesterday, Jonathan Hebring had a birthday, and today is Shannon Graham's birthday. Is that correct, Shannon? And Shannon, how much are you prepared to pay for that birthday? I can't hear you.
That is correct, and I'll pay whatever's necessary, Dave.
Whatever is necessary. Great. That'll be $17.50. And
more than fair.
It'll be collected as soon as we're back in a face-to-face. I do have some other fines in addition to Shannon's $17.50 birthday fine. If you have or are wearing a dynamic hairstyle that I heard about last week, that's $1 fine. If you drink Gatorade or you drink Diet Coke, that's $1. If you have ever seen Bigfoot, that's $1. If you stabbed your husband or you stabbed your wife during the last year for any reason, that's $1. If you played a video game this week, and if you have been to Hollywood, that's $1. And I will turn the the audio back over to President-elect Stephen Brown for the collection of Happy Bucks.
Thank you, David. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Happy Bucks.
I have a happy buck. I was hoping my friend Mark Weinstein would be here for this, but yesterday marked 3,400 days since Ohio State's rival defeated them in football.
I like that. Anybody else?
I've got one, Steve. My daughter's birthday, 14. 14 is coming up Saturday. Not sharing it with Shannon, but it's coming up Saturday. So, whew, that's rough. I don't know how Alex did it before.
Is this the daughter that dances?
Yeah, both of them do, but the oldest does competition dancing too. So,
Well, happy birthday.
Hey, Jeff, give us a side view of your hair so we can see it while it's still got color.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Brown, I want to congratulate you on your fine appearance and that you've set the bar a little bit higher for Mr. Canada.
Oh, I can't wait to tell him this. Thank you.
I'm gonna throw in a happy buck that I got to play viral vaccine roulette for my daughter this week and got her a vaccine over at Greene County. She works until 4:30, so she was able to get one at 5:25. She arrived around 5 and was out of there at 5:10.
I'd like to toss one out. Alex will tell you more about it later, but I'm happy that at yesterday's meeting, we were able to approve the commissioners over $6 million to go to the Trabine 35 overpass project with the hopes of getting that funded through the state.
Absolutely. I actually would like to pass a fine on to Dick. I called you about 20 minutes ago and you didn't answer, so.
That's because I was in consultation with our county administrator, seeing what other fine projects we could do to help the citizens of Beavercreek.
Can't you tell he's in his business meeting location right now? He's very tied up. You're lucky he's even here. So I have a happy buck. Only one Rotary Leadership Institute class left this Tuesday. I've coughed up 6 Tuesday nights, and as much as I've enjoyed it, I will enjoy having my Tuesday nights back. And one more happy buck, because as Stephen said, it's Friday and the weather is beautiful.
Amen. Anybody else?
Yeah, I have one. This is Jerry Pfeiffer. I just wanted to let everybody know, if you don't already, that Dave Dunt's wife, Jan, passed last Thursday night. And the funeral is at Kirkmont on Monday at 1 o'clock, or it starts at 12 and then burial shortly thereafter.
Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I was going to make during announcements, but yes, so apparently she was breast cancer.
Yeah, she was a 21-year cancer battler and finally lost a battle, but she put up a good fight.
Definitely condolences to their family. Anyone else? All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next segment, our new segment, which I absolutely love, show and tell. So we had a lawyer last week, and this week we went on to a doctor, so Dr. Tiffany Hunter. I don't know if you want to share your screen. You do have that.
Yes, I'll do that.
Perfect.
Can you see that?
We can.
We see it.
All right. Well, this is my show and tell. The background about me is I was born and raised in Greenville, North Carolina. So I am a proud Tar Heel fan and advocate of all things North Carolina. I'm the youngest of 2 girls. I attended the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, majored in political science with plans to go to law school, but changed my mind and decided not to go that route. Graduated from there in 1993, went on to graduate school after that and earned my master's degree at Lenoir-Rhyne College at the time, their university now, in birth to kindergarten education in '98. Went on to Capella University, earned my doctorate in leadership for higher education in 2008. I defended my dissertation virtually in October of 2008, holding my 2-month-old son at that time. I then went back to Capella and earned a second master's degree in education because I wanted a little more emphasis and knowledge on curriculum and instruction. So I did that in 2012. Things about me, I love to spend time with my family. And because of the work that I do, my time is very limited. So whenever I get an opportunity for some quality time with them, I am all in. I love all things Disney. When we lived in Florida, we had annual passes. We still have annual passes, and we go whenever we can. So looking forward to getting back to that. Love to travel, love to shop, to kind of ease my mind and kind of slow things down. I complete a word search puzzle every night before I go to bed. I love to read books on leadership and Christian novels. And I'm very focused and determined as a person, you know, just in what I do. I commit to whatever it is. And I forgot to add here, but we moved to Beavercreek in January of 2019, right before all the snow came and the polar vortex and all of those things from Jacksonville, Florida. So we left Florida on January the 5th. It was 80 degrees, sunny. The boys had on shorts and flip-flops, and we arrived in Ohio to probably 20 degrees and snow on the way. So we were not prepared at all. My family, I am married to my middle school sweetheart, Dr. Calvin Hunter. He is a sport management professor at Wittenberg University. We met in the 6th grade. And so we literally grew up together. We've been married for 26 years. I have 2 sons, Logan and Landon. Logan is 21. He's a senior at Wittenberg University, majoring in computer science. I was very excited that he decided to transfer and move with us when we left Florida, where he was a student at the University of North Florida. So very excited that he came with us. My youngest son, Landon, is 12, and he's in 7th grade at Ridgewood Academy in Springfield, where all of us are in a typical situation all day, every day. So I wanted him close by. So whenever I have an opportunity, I could run over for lunch or anything that they were doing. So that has been a very special thing for me, that I've been able to still participate with him. This is one of my favorite quotes of all. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, by Nelson Mandela. And that's one that I truly live by and tell students and people that I mentor all the time. Education can make a difference in your life and can change your family, and the world when you truly take it seriously and commit to it. And finally, here's some pictures of me and my family. Again, you know, just the thing that keeps me grounded, keeps me focused, and keeps me in a good place all the time. I love coming home. I have a former colleague that used to say that I have the horse in the barn syndrome. The horse is the happiest when it's in the barn, in the cart, you know, on its way to the stable. And so I love coming home to my family. I love when I used to get in the car and head home, because I know that they are going to be the place that gives me peace and gives me that sense of foundation. And the final picture on the bottom is my congratulations ad that was in the diverse issues in higher education 2 weeks ago. So, which, you know, makes me happy. So that's me.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor. I appreciate you sharing all that. A lot of amazing things, and I think it's amazing that you joined Rotary. I mean, January 2019, you just moved here. So we're very fortunate to have you as a member.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Absolutely. So do you have a nominee for next week? And if not, we can ask at the end of the meeting.
I do have a nominee for next week's meeting. I will nominate Sandy.
All right, Sandy, did you hear that?
We got to figure out though, what's the expectation here? Because the presentations between this week and last week heavily differed. One was
Yes.
very crisp.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually reading a script here. And the script says it's up for a minute or 2 minutes long. So nothing wrong with your presentation at all, Doctor. Amazing presentation. Mine will be a lot shorter, not because the script says 1 to 2 minutes, but mine will be about a slideshow font 20. But yes, there really is no expectation.
Brandon, was that a shot at me? I knew we were upgrading.
It can only get better from here, so. Perfect, yeah. Well, let's move on to announcements. I only have one. So next Monday, next Friday, we do have a board meeting on the 26th. So Mike will send an email out on Monday for the agenda. And of course, as always, you guys are welcome to join. So that's next Friday. Does anyone else have announcements? Thanks, Alex. And just to throw this out there, I know that firefighters absolutely love city barbecue. So just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, so we'll just move on to the program now. So again, unfortunately, the judge was not able to make it today. Dolfo, he was out sick. So we are going to reschedule that. Always a great meeting to have with him. So we're going to go slightly under the judge. We're going to go to Alex again. So Alex has been talking all meeting, but I appreciate Alex taking the time to talk because his topic about US 35 just happened, and so appreciate that. So we'll take it away, Alex.
Alex, how does what happens to the Factory Road light and the Orchard light then if this intersection is up at Turbine? Do you have access to both of those roads, Factory Road and Orchard, both ways on 35 still? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Alex said the corner of Trayvine and 35, is there a little park there? Is that going to disappear? And also, I remember it floods pretty frequently with the heavy rains.
All right. Anybody else got questions? Perfect. Hey, Alex, really appreciate last minute, stepping in here. It always amazes me how much knowledge you have of, just everything. I'm curious what you're going to do when you retire in Florida and have all this information in your head that you can no longer use. But, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, excited about the project. My parents live off Trayvine, so that Trayvine US 35, especially if you're coming back this way towards Dayton, is a madhouse, that intersection. So perfect. So we don't have a book dedication for you because that would have went to the judge. So I will dedicate some city barbecue brochures that I'll drop off at the township. So expect that.
I do have one if you want to dedicate one for Alex.
I guess we can. Why not? Go ahead.
I even switched it up. I mean, I had one for the judge, but I was like, well, if it's going to be Alex, I'm going to get something else. So I really looked for a basketball one for March Madness, but I don't have one, Alex. But I got this really fun book for you called My Fantastically Evil Vampire Pet. And it's about an evil scientist summer camp.
Nice. Thank you, Beth. We appreciate you guys donating that every week. So. Other than that, I don't know if anyone has last minute announcements, but I would like to take a moment of silence for Jan Dunce and Dave. Yeah, like I said, my condolences to the family. Yeah, other than that, do we have any last minute announcements? Perfect. All right.
Just one thing, the obituary was in the Thursday night Dayton Daily News, if anybody wants to take a look at it for Jan.
Yeah, thank you. Mike actually sent me a screenshot of that. So yeah, definitely worth a read.
Good.
Yep. Well, hey, thanks again, Alex and Dr. Hunter. Truly appreciate it. We look forward to Sandy's show and tell next week. Everyone have a great weekend. I don't have a bell, so.